I don't get it. Why does he want to kill me?
It's bullshit Camarilla law. You gotta get it approved before you sire anyone. Vampire population control, fascist crap. LaCroix wanted to look like the strong leader upholding the law.
So, why am I still standing here?
Public relations, man. Calculated risk. Vents were born in the boardroom. When Nines called him out, LaCroix realized it was time to show a carefully measured dose of Camarilla compassion.
Not into public relations, eh, Jack?
Yeah, man, it's called kicking ass and crushing the skulls of any asshole who steps on my toes. That seems to work. People dig it.
I dig it. I mean, as long as I don't accidentally step on your toe. So is LaCroix afraid of Nines?
LaCroix is the boss of the Camarilla in L.A. That's it. LaCroix is the boss. That's rich.
Yeah, I think he's got that whole Napoleon thing going on. I think they're roughly the same height, too.
The facts are like this. The Camarilla need us to buy into their bullshit for any of their laws to mean dick. Now, telling free-living vampires they need to be ruled is a hard sell. So, the Camarilla baked up a play-nicey plan. Show everyone how great they are, so we'll all just jump on board.
Who is everyone?
The free-living dead, kiddo. A lot of people like to use the label anarchs. Whatever the hell that means. Anarchs. Does got a nice kick to it, though, huh? Yeah.
Tell me about the Anarchs.
That's us, so I'm told. What do you want to know?
How long has the Anarch movement existed?
Yeah, I could tell you about the history of the movement, about our struggle. What's any of that shit mean, anyway? Do we want to sit through history class here?
It is good to know your history.
I'm no scholar, kid, but I've been around. Seen more and done more than most vampires ever will. I don't know that our situation's ever gonna be easy, but some things you gotta decide are worth fighting for.
Does Nines feel the same way?
You bet, kid.
Is he in charge around here?
As much as anyone is. Nines is a stand-up guy. Takes the politics a little too seriously, though. Came up during the Great Depression, so his brain's wired to that shit.
What about the rest of Nines' crew? I had the pleasure of meeting one before I got to talk to you.
Yeah, I'm not sure the story on most of Nines' crew.
What clan are you?
Bruja. Most everyone here has Bruja blood.
Bruja. Bruja. Fancy. I've got a few more questions.
Moving right along.
Tell me about the Anarchs.
That's us, so I'm told. What do you want to know?
Tell me about Nines.
As much as anyone.
No, wait, before that, I take it you're not the chief around here?
Me? Pfft. I never had much patience for negotiations. Everyone can live or burn. It's up to them.
What clan is Nines?
Bruja. Most everyone here has Bruja blood.
Huh, deja vu. I've actually got a few more questions, though.
Moving right along.
Serious deja vu. Tell me about the Sabbat.
Again? Does everything have to be about these dickheads?
I sure hope not.
The Sabbat are worthless, man. Fake tits on a zombie worthless. Fun to watch, though. Like the Three Stooges with chainsaws.
So they're the anti-Camarilla.
Yeah, they oppose the Camarilla, but they suck when it comes to execution.
What's wrong with them? Other than the fact that they... Never mind, what's wrong with them?
The Sabbat are in the same business as the Camarilla. Sabbat have a little longer chain, but they're slaves all the same.
Huh. Later, Jack. Walking looks stupid. Okay. Hey, it's nice.
You showed up. Good. Here's what I gotta tell you. And so you know, I don't lecture, I don't rap, I'm no bureaucrat. I'm just a guy out of nowhere came to be involved in something 500 times bigger than you and me.
Go on.
You got a right to know the score. The Camarilla, this is the short of it. They operate a lot like a pyramid scheme. There's a bunch of these old-timers at the top with God only knows what plots in mind. They lose their power, they die. They sired more to carry out their plans. And looking for a little power, then those kindred sired for their own schemes, and so on and on and on. It hurts my head just thinking about the mess. What it works out to is this. Only a few people at the top have any real power.
This... Isn't the prince the leader of the Camarilla?
LaCroix? Shit. LaCroix's just the guy who backstabbed and wheeled and dealed his way into becoming king son of a bitch of all the local Camarilla. Him and any of the traitors that sided with the Cam want power here, they'll get what's due.
So what are you all about?
I learned the way of this world during the Depression. A bunch of old rich bastards screwed the country. But did they suffer? No. The little people suffered. You can't trust the people at the top. The world would be a better place without them. All you can do is get a group of people together who aren't assholes. Find a place to put your feet up and make some examples of the quote-unquote elite to keep the rest the hell out. Everyone's an equal here. The same thing this country used to be about. That's what LA has been. An anarch-free state.
So the Camarilla is relatively new to LA, yeah?
The Camarilla was kicked out on their ass a long time ago. We, the anarchs, didn't want to play their politics anymore. Now LaCroix and crew pop in like they never left? No goddamn way. Their laws don't apply to us.
Have you tried meeting with the Camarilla? You know, negotiating? Persuading?
I got their meeting right here.
Shotgun cock. Nice. Don't even know how you're holding that shotgun or making that face. So, not a fan of the prince, huh?
LaCroix represents everything I hate. The Camarilla, stuck-up aristocrats, rich businessmen, crooked politicians. The only place LaCroix belongs is in an urn.
Frankly, Nines, it sounds like you're the prince of the anarchs.
No such thing. And again, newbie, don't throw those kind of words around lightly. You're risking a beatdown. I fought to keep LA free since I was embraced. A long time later, I'm one of the only ones left that hasn't bid it or switched sides. The most veteran soldier on the battlefield.
One more question. Any advice you can give me?
Here's what I tell all the new blood. 1, you get careless, that blood will make you into a monster. But you rampage around here, you get put down. 2, don't kill when you feed. No reason to. In this city, there's lots of ways to slake the beast without leaving a trail of dead. 3, the Camarilla's full of shit. 4, watch your back, always. And lastly, learn how to fight. Because a speech ain't gonna save your ass when you're staring down the barrel of a shotgun.
I disagree. I mean, look, if they pull the trigger right away, sure, but if they let me talk, I can be like, oh, whoop, doop, 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 and then they'll be like, oh, he's having a stroke. What's the point of wasting a shotgun bullet on this asshole? Let's move along. And then I'll be like, nailed it. But on the off chance that doesn't work, can you teach me how to fight?
After picking your ass up off the pavement back there, yeah, I can tell you don't even know the basics. Hold your hands up like this, and keep your body at an angle. Makes you harder to hit. Keep your thumbs out of your fists and put your weight into your punches.
Thanks for your help, Nines.
LA's the school of hard knocks, so keep your friends close and your enemies in a barbecue pit. Once you square things with LaCroix, don't give that son of a bitch the time of night. I got my eye on you, kid.
Okay. Wrong. He gave me more brawl. Cool. Thanks. You know, it just occurred to me that this music might get a copyright strike on Twitch because the other club music did. Let's hope not, though.
Sabbat chased you in here, Cammy?
Not really. Nine's already killed one. Why'd he ask?
Heard Nine saved your ass again.
I told
You
you.
think LaCroix would have stopped counting his money long enough to get your back, Jack?
Hey, I could have handled myself. I had those guys right where I wanted them. I was gonna get my blood everywhere, and I do mean everywhere. On their hands, on their clothes, in their hair, in their eyes. That stings, you know?
What were you gonna break out, huh? Some Tybo? This ain't paintball with your jerk-off friends on the weekend, Cammy. It's the mean streets. Show some goddamn gratitude.
I did. Say, did I say something to piss you off or anything?
As long as you're a tool for some cape, you don't have to say a word to start pissing me off.
Cape? Never heard that before.
Cape, Cammy. Camarilla elders? The ones that have been around so long they think candlelight's a keen invention? You're doing their dirty work and you don't even know it.
I like to think that I make my own fate.
That's real. Let me put it in perspective for you. The Camarilla claims every kindred's part of the organization regardless. You do something they don't like, well, you're Camarilla, so you get punished under their laws, like it or not.
Okay, yeah, that's not... That doesn't make too much sense. Is there a point to all this?
You need to start listening, or you're gonna wind up just like your sire.
Female? Dead. I'm going to end up dead. Who the hell are you?
I'm Damsel, den mother of these mothers, and one pissed bitch since LaCroix rolled in.
Pissed? You don't say. Drinks of bad blood or something?
Don't even joke about bad blood at a time like this. Don't you know we've got a plague bearer around here?
I seem to have upset you. How peculiar. What's a plague bearer?
A plague bearer's a plant, but doesn't care who they feed from. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. We can't get sick, but the kind can. And kindred that feed on them start spreading disease. Enough gets sick, it's an epidemic. CDC's in town as we speak.
So how do you get rid of one? Shotguns?
Seen Old Yeller? May sound cruel, but it's necessary. If
Shotguns.
someone puts together 2 and 2 as to the real cause of an outbreak of bloodborne diseases, guess what happens? So the plague bearer's gotta be found and put down. If the Camarilla really gives a damn, they'll help us out.
Well, the Anarchs certainly helped me out before. Where do I start?
One of our boys' ghouls, name's Paul, lives nearby in the Skyline Apartments.
I was there.
No stranger lately. Looked like death last time he was here. Said he didn't get bit, but maybe you can get more info out of him.
I'll go check it out.
Wait, if Paul's not talking, you might want to start questioning the homeless pop. So many have been dying lately that it takes the city a few days to pick up the bodies.
I'll ask around right now. See ya, damsel. Actually, I should have asked you a question. Hi.
Ugh, Cammy.
I like Cammy. She was one of my favorite characters in Street Fighter. I think she was also one of my worst characters in Street Fighter. Wait, no, I was horrible with all characters in Street Fighter. Questions!
Yeah?
Tell me about Nines.
No one like him in this world or the next. He's to the Anarchs what George Washington was to the colonies, what Ho Chi Minh was to Vietnam. He is the LA Anarchs personified. He's a great leader, and yet he's humble. I die for him.
Certainly sounds like a great leader. I owe him my life. Frankly, he seems like one of the only decent people I've met yet.
No one like him in the Camarilla or otherwise. Anything else?
Yeah. Tell me about LaCroix.
Who the hell does he think he is, coming into town claiming Camarilla authority over the city? We kicked them out 60 years ago. It's like England coming back and telling the U.S. how they should do things. Fuck LaCroix.
There was not nearly as much yelling in there as I thought there'd be. Well done. I had no idea the Anarchs had been in control for that long, other than the fact that Jack already told me. But I had another question.
Yeah?
Tell me about Jack.
Jack? Jack's Jack. Kind of a legend amongst Anarchs. There's not an Anarch in the world who wouldn't stand in rock star awe of Jack. Even the Camarilla doesn't mess with him.
Really? Jack's one of the cooler people I've met.
He's been around a long time. He used to be a pirate, so the rumor goes. Talk to Jack. He's never short on chat.
I already have, but maybe I'll do that later. Well, I had another question.
Yeah?
Tell me about the Anarchs. And please, be as biased as you want.
We are about passion, Panny, and freedom. Things most Camarilla types just can't understand. I could go on and on, but Skelter says it takes too long to get me off my soapbox. Ask him. Or even Jack.
Alright. Actually, go on. Tell me what you think.
I mean, geez, it just makes sense. Power should be redistributed amongst all of us, not just a few. Communism would actually work for Kindred, where it fails with humans. It's just common sense, you know?
The reason communism fails is that for a nation to get to the point where it needs communism, there has to be a lot of people who are too greedy to make any other system work. And, I don't know, I've seen greed exist here in this society as well. I did have a question about something else, though.
Yeah?
Tell me about the Camarilla. And please, be as biased as possible.
It's a sham, a pyramid scheme. Nothing but musty, withdrawn elders waging power struggles for no other reason than to keep their own ass alive for one more century. You think you have any real power in the can? You're kidding yourself.
I don't really understand it myself. I'm kind of new to this.
You'd be better off without them. You'll see.
You might just be right. See you later, damsel. Yeah. See you, Jack. Hi, Bob. Mary. Oh. Hey, I found the quick save button. Cool. That's very cool, actually. Okay. Now what? Plague Bearer. Don't think I'm gonna do that right away. Ah, it's just gang violence, I'm sure. Underpass, bar, door, gunshots. Looks about right. Whoa! Well, I found money.
Did you see it?
Bloody mess? It's kinda hard to miss.
He done tore him up, right in two, ripped him apart like a rag doll.
Ragdolls are hard to rip, man. Tell me what you saw.
These two guys, the dead guy and the other, they showed up. I've been living here, so I hid. I thought maybe they was owners or cops come to clean the place out.
Yeah. Who's the other guy?
A dead feller called him Muddy.
Figured. So this dead guy was Muddy. So this dead guy and Muddy, what were they doing here?
They was waiting on someone. They was going to do some kind of job, they were saying. But the person they was meeting when he was late. So the one guy leaves to find the phone and call him, and the dead guy stayed. Oh, that's when the killer, that's when he showed up.
Showed up?
1 second he wasn't there, and then he was. Like out of the shadows he come up. Scared the shit out of the dead guy. I'd like to scream, but I couldn't breathe.
You're quite lucky you didn't.
Oh, that killer, he grew these claws. I swear it, I saw it. The dead guy went white like he seen the devil, and then the killer grabbed him round the neck and lifted him up and started cursing at the guy.
What did he say?
Oh, I couldn't hear too good. Something about revenge for what he did or what they did. The killer made sure the dead guy knew who he was and then ripped him open. Just tore him apart. He did it real slow, made the guy scream.
Interesting. Look, if you tell anyone that story, they'll lock you up forever. Trust me, I'll take care of this. You should leave now.
Okay, I will. I don't want to never think about that again.
Stop walking. Okay. Ooh, Masquerade Redemption. Cool. So, that was certainly a thing. Carnival of Death. Revenge. Sounds as though there's a vampire, probably a gangrel from what I'm hearing, with a list for revenge. I found his... put you there? Okay. It's, I'm not gonna go up like that. I'm gonna go up like that. Can I take his head? Where'd his head go? Ignore that if you heard it. No, seriously, where'd his head go? How hard is it to find a head? Cool. Can I make this shot? Boop. Nope. Can I make it from up there? I sincerely hope that this is the only thing this area is meant for. Nope, there's a thing. And another thing. I'll take care of those right after I failed the slam dunk. I'm going to slam dunk this head through the hoop. I want it so bad. It might be impossible. But then why'd they put this here? It's pointless. I'll probably try one more time. Or I could just try throwing it in. The physics in this seems like it, where's this car stereo? I thought I saw it. The physics in this seems like it, might be impossible to toss it in from that angle. Or at least difficult. I don't know. Boop. Nope. Boop. Nope. Boop. Maybe they just put it in there to see who would try. Yeah, that's unlikely. All the same, I don't really feel like wasting too much time on that. Shredded body of Milton at abandoned warehouse. Key to the Lucky Star Hotel. Alright. Let's not go to a dead end. Too late. Hi, buddy. Bye, buddy. Hi, Omatismo. What's that? Nope. No. I thought I could do that. Never mind. I already own this item. Ooh. There we go. That's how you do it, right? Where am I going? I mean, I looked around a little bit, but I kind of stopped after I found the bard. Hey!
What's up, brother? You enlightened?
Yeah! No.
Sorry, brother. Come back when you become enlightened.
Okay. $1,001, $1,002, $1,003. Hey, it's me again. I'm back.
You enlightened yet, brother?
Yeah!
Sorry, brother. Come back when you become enlightened.
Man, he saw through my clever ploy. Thought so. That becomes unlocked after I become enlightened. Through something that has to do with death in all likelihood. Can I go in here? Yes! Thaumaturgical creatures. Gargoyles. E. Bankins, the Regent of Chicago. Gargoyles. During the medieval conflict with the... I can't read that. It's italicized in weird ways. And the Z confuses me. I see the eyes now, but I'm not gonna try. Clan Tremere delved further into the secret blood magics and created a race of protectors known as gargoyles. Since their inception, gargoyles have been used as scouts, warriors, and sentries. Gargoyles are monsters, vampires, by virtue of the blood and flesh through which they are created. They are no more than the detritus of other clans, given a second chance to serve their Tremere creators. Oh wow. Unfortunately, many have wrongly come to view their service as slavery, and have fled their masters in search of some delusional utopia. Most escaped gargoyles live in isolation, preferring solitude to even the company of their own kind. Homunoculi. Homunoculi. For the most menial and mindless task, many Tremere create what is called homunculus. Homunculus. These are mindless creatures which take many forms, winged, many-legged, or otherwise. Homunculi, I've been reading this wrong the entire time, are unfailingly loyal, but their appearance makes them a serious threat to breaking the Masquerade. From how it sounds, I don't think people would see it and think vampire. They'd probably see it and think, oh my god, the boogeyman. Was the boogeyman a vampire? Hard to say. Okay. Came in that way. Oh. I am going to get lost so much. Hey, did you teleport me? Are you Tremere? Tremere mages.
Greetings, neonate. Might I assume you received my invitation? I have been looking forward to meeting you for quite some time.
Yeah, I got it. I'm assuming you are...
Strauss. Maximilian Strauss. I am the regent of this chantry. Welcome.
Thanks. Not to sound oblivious, but what exactly is a chantry?
A chantry is a local gathering place for those of the Tremere clan. I live here, as do apprentices from time to time.
Cool. And you're regent? What is that?
A regent is the leader of a chantry, as well as a teacher to young Tremere apprentices who are studying the mysteries of our clan.
Interesting. Can you tell me about the mysteries?
I'm sorry, neonate. The secrets of the Tremere clan are hidden from all but those who share our blood. You would do best not to look into them any further.
Okay. Well, maybe you can tell me about this epidemic going on downtown.
It seems that disease has been spreading at an alarming rate throughout the downtown population. Considering our particular appetites, the local kindred are more than concerned about these developments.
Interesting. I actually fed on someone who had that disease blood earlier.
Yes, indeed. My opinion is that the local anarchs are responsible for these outbreaks. Their precipitous indulgence of certain passions often leads to such things. Ergo, their need for the watchful eye of the Camarilla.
Interesting that you should think that. I'm actually already looking into it for the Anarchs.
I see. Most disappointing, neonate. You seem to show a startling lack of concern when choosing your associates in this new life. I pray that their lawless proclivities do not ultimately affect your own standing among your other peers.
Nine saved my life twice, and all he asked in return was that I go say hi. I went and said hi. Take it under advisement, though, Max. A few more questions?
What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about the Camarilla.
The Camarilla? It is merely a kindred sect that exists to protect its members from the outside world. There are specific codes of behavior that we abide by in order to ensure the continuance of our species. It is nothing more and nothing less.
I see. Can I ask you a few more questions about the Camarilla?
Surely. What else would you like to know?
I heard that all vampires are part of the Camarilla?
No. There are many independent clans who are not aligned with the Camarilla, and the Sabbat is another sect of various vampire clans whose beliefs are very different than our own. Unsavory sorts, to say the least. I understand you have already run afoul of them.
Blew up their warehouse, got hit in the back of the head, and was prepared to bleed on them profusely, yes. Then Nines Rodriguez kind of saved my life. A lot.
Ah, yes. The infamous Mr. Rodriguez. I understand you owe him your life twice now.
Yes.
Had he not intervened, the prince would have surely had that hound of his separate your head from your shoulders.
Whoa. I kind of figured you'd just be a suck-up to the prince. You're probably right.
In any case, it's a shame that Rodriguez cannot see the wisdom of the Camarilla. He would make a powerful ally. As it is, he is a significant thorn in LaCroix's side, which serves my purposes just the same.
Your purposes? Aren't your purposes and the prince's largely the same?
LaCroix is a prince, neonate, and a Ventrue on top of that.
Harsh.
Even if he weren't as young and indiscriminate as he's already proven himself to be, But I say too much. Let us just say that he and I have differing ideas on the use of power.
It's alright, you can trust me. I mean, we've only just met, and you've already proven to be someone who's not a total suck-up.
Well, without saying too much, I think that Sebastian LaCroix lacks the usual discretion necessary to be a prince. I see in him a lust for power that overshadows his responsibility to the Camarilla.
Really? Do you perhaps think that you could do a better job?
No, young one. I aspire not to such lowly heights. My only interests are those of my clan and the Camarilla.
In that order?
You will do well in this new life, young one. That I can see already.
I think I like you. I sure hope so. Can you answer a few more questions about the Camarilla?
Surely. What else would you like to know?
Why aren't all Anarchs in the Camarilla? Or why aren't the Anarchs in the Camarilla?
The Anarchs feel that they don't need the structure and discipline of the Camarilla. I feel that they pose a threat, both to those loyal to the Camarilla and to themselves. Most are mere children and need our guidance.
An interesting observation, Max. I do have a few more questions about the Camarilla, though.
Surely. What else would you like to know?
Largely in parts, something other than these options.
Of course.
Maybe I could look into this epidemic for you.
An interesting proposition.
Yeah.
If you succeed in finding the cause of this epidemic and putting an end to it, I will compensate you appropriately for your efforts.
Don't mind me. I'm just supposed to be waking up now. 1 second, Max. I have like 3 of these things. What? Don't judge me. I just come ill-prepared. You know this. I'll do it. We'll figure out what you owe me when I return.
Very well.
I doubt you'll screw me. You seem to... at the very least, you think I'm a useful pawn. I might have a few more questions for you, though.
What is it you would like to know?
I don't know. Let me scratch my brain a little bit. Let's talk about something else.
Of course.
I have a few questions for you.
What is it you would like to know?
Let's talk about something else.
Of course.
I have a few questions for you.
What is it you would like to know?
You've been a good sport. See ya, Max. Other than the fact that you dress in far too much red, I actually like you.